Get the Friendo Club set up today and get access to over 700 Going in Raw bonus episodes, our monthly Big Blue predictions challenges, and the ability to ask questions at Going in Raw. We also offer the Stephen Larson comic book and exclusive Friendo Club t-shirt. Just hit join here at youtube.com/Stephen Larson or go to patreon.com/Stephen Larson to sign up. Hey, friendos, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
And welcome back to Going in Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. On today's episode, we're on the road to Elimination Chamber. More chamber spots have been taken. In fact, the complete field of men's chamber matches is pretty much done. Or the women's is done as well?
Yep.
We got everybody in the chambers.
Yep.
No big surprises
Nope.
for the Elimination Chamber, but we also got one more match made. You and I had talked last week about what the potential situation could be there in Toronto for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Larson, I got 2 words for you. Hold harmless. 3 words.
Virtual.
Agreement. They're going to have to do a hold harmless agreement between now and then, aren't they?
Well, I mean, I wonder if so what Steve's alluding to here is that it was made on Raw last night. Like we had thought, I guess I should be clear, I thought they would not necessarily have a match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber, maybe a brawl. No, they had a match, but it's an unsanctioned match.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Adam Pearce saying unsanctioned, whatever paperwork is signed, included in that paperwork, given the unsanctioned nature of it, is you will not, WWE won't be liable for anything that happens.
AKA a hold harmless agreement.
Yes. So,
How many times have they only done like the official hold harmless signing like once?
like once or twice, I want to say.
It's such a funny phrase to introduce in a wrestling program.
I know. I mean, that was the same as like indemnifying, right? You're just saying we're not responsible for what happens.
Yeah, right.
You know. So are you at all surprised they're doing it at Chamber rather than waiting for WrestleMania? Does the Chamber match preclude a Mania match? And if it does, who are Sami and Kevin Owens going to take on at Mania then?
No. Each other. So, to answer your question, no, I'm not surprised they're going to do it at Chamber because I feel like this is going to be a feud that will be furthered after this match into going into WrestleMania.
All right, quick.
Should do the unsanctioned shit last.
Because that was what I was going to say, is they're already going to the stipulation match. So you'd think, all right, standard match, then stipulation match, unless you get stipulation match and then like more stipulation match, like Ladder War.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like unsanctioned is like, I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like unsanctioned is like the thing. Like that should be I think if we're going to power rank sort of extreme matches, what Adam Pearce was describing with an unsanctioned match is kind of the worst of it. That's even worse than Hell in a Cell, where there is, in fact, a referee, and matches in Hell in a Cell have been
hold on,
no contested before.
There's referees in an unsanctioned match to declare a winner.
Yeah, same with Hell in a Cell. You're right. I don't know.
They don't enforce any rules.
That's the thing. Yeah, Adam said there's no referee, but I think there is one. You're right, to count a 3.
Yeah.
Or maybe a last man standing would be the worst one because literally the dude's so out of it he can't stand up in 10 seconds. I
feel like Ladder War. I've seen their previous Ladder War match. I feel like Ladder War is pretty high up there for.
If they let him go Ring of Honor Ladder War, then absolutely, that'd be probably highest. Yeah, I don't know. Look, there's not going to be a title on the line for WrestleMania, so you can't do that with it. But it's possible, given how successful. Let me put it this way, dude. If the whole point of Hell in a Cell, and I don't even know the logistics of doing Hell in a Cell at Mania, but if the whole point of Hell in a Cell is like that's the end all be all, and they're trying to bring back that as like the violent match, I could see this being in Toronto, unsanctioned. And then and not being like a clear, decisive winner, or Sami Zayn gets his ass kicked by Kevin Owens like he likes to do a lot, and then he wins at WrestleMania, perhaps in Hell in a Cell, if that's supposed to be the match that can only be justified by this level of heated feud, I guess. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be Hell in a Cell. It's got a good ring to it. It's a good marketing gimmick. Whether or not they can, I mean, I'm pretty sure they'd be able to do it at WrestleMania in terms of the logistics of putting the cage up there.
Yeah, I would think so. They've done it before at Mania.
Yeah.
I was looking back at found a list of other unsanctioned matches in
great.
WWE.
Were they all blow-offs, do we know?
No, I think this one, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, this kicked off their feud, did it not, at SummerSlam?
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Seth versus Triple H at Mania 33. I don't even remember that being an unsanctioned match. But
Seth versus who?
Triple H. We were there for that one.
Oh, okay. The only thing I remember from that is like that was one where they had like, with like the giant Triple H
renders, yeah.
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 I remember those. Those are kind of cool, actually.
Gargano Ciampa at TakeOver New Orleans. And then this isn't all of them. This isn't I'm naming. And then Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, NXT in 2021.
Okay.
That's the one where Kyle O'Reilly wrapped the chain around his leg to drop the top rope knee on Adam Cole.
Possibly. Could be.
Yeah. It's
probably awkward. It's falling off and shit.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Okay, yeah. That sounds familiar. Good memory on you. So yeah, dude, I don't know. I like when Sami first got in the ring last night and started saying, I think back on the whole history of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. This is going to be like a long ass 20-minute promo. And but he got pretty heated with it. And then Pierce comes out and he starts saying, oh, if I give you this match, it means that he can end your career. And then Sami brings a little bit of fire and gets in his face and says, well, it means I can do the same thing to him, Adam Pierce, so make the match. So I guess the question that I have is, how is Kevin Owens going to respond to this?
I mean, he's the one that issued the challenge initially to Sami. I'm going to be in Toronto. Meet me there.
Mm-hmm.
Throw hands.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine. Well, I mean, if they go full on heel route, it'll be, well, no, I don't want this. If they go the more interesting route, it'll be, oh, good. This is a playground for me now to inflict maximum violence and pain upon Sami Zayn. I relish this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a more interesting route than him trying to run away from the stipulation. Embrace it. Yeah,
no, I don't disagree with that. And I think that's probably, unless he does the old thing where he ropes him in by saying no and Sami gets reeled in and then, he hits him with a low blow. Well, my question is this. During the unsanctioned match, how many pile drivers are we going to see?
I don't know if we're going to see any.
What? Adam Pierce said in an unsanctioned match, you can hit pile driver after pile driver after pile driver like it's an AEW match.
Yeah,
and so,
or a PWG match, yeah.
Or PWG match, exactly. Or honestly, any match outside of WWE because everybody treats them like they're just another move.
I mean, Patrick Oliva has a question. Are we going to see the Steenalizer?
That's really where they need to go next.
No, they don't, because that move's hella dangerous.
Yeah, no, that's why it's great. They're professionals. They can figure it out.
I think there's more likely there's a chance we see the top rope turnbuckle brainbuster as opposed to another package pile driver. Simply because we've already seen it.
We've seen it in WWE. Yeah, it's really.
Well, we've seen Kevin Owens give one to Sami Zayn. That just happened a couple weeks ago. We've seen it happen.
Yeah. So that's probably not, but they need to bring it up a notch. Steenalizer, I say Steenalizer way. Yes.
Oh, gosh, it's so dangerous. I'll say, for safety concerns, Steenalizer, no way. Kevin Owens says he's not doing it anymore.
Okay, well, wrestlers, they love to lie, man. They love to fib.
Yeah, I know. This, yeah. I don't know. This doesn't seem like one of those instances.
Oh, man. You know what, dude? I just noticed this. I'm just going to break the conversation here for a second. We've got a special guest in our YouTube chat. Our current predictions champion, Ram Your Mommy, is here.
Hey, congratulations on the win. People in the comments were saying, this podcast called Going in Raw has a problem saying Ram Your Mommy.
Yeah, no, I get it. We regret the name of our podcast. Shouldn't have let Dan get away with that one. Honestly, this podcast, in the end, probably should have just been called Two Very Uncontroversial Gentlemen Talk Wrestling Podcast. That's what it should have been. But we let Dan use a sexual euphemism, innuendo, if you will.
I mean, I guess at the time, though, we probably didn't figure this would be our day job either.
I don't think we figured we were even going to do it.
Yeah.
People say things all the time. So, Ram Your Mommy, congratulations. And please reach out to us. You know what you could do, Ram Your Mommy? Probably the best way to do it is hop on Patreon. Just sign up for like the free. If you're a channel member, then I don't know how you reach us. If you're on Patreon, you can DM us.
Yeah.
So even if it's like signing up for like the free tier, that's a way to DM us there. I guess you could DM us on Twitter because like technically we do have that Twitter account, the Steven Larson one, which is at Steven Larson.
Yeah.
So, so yeah. Anyways.
So Ram Your Mommy here says, it's truly an issue. I'll change my name for future predictions challenges.
It's not an issue at all.
Don't change your name. No, not
It's
at all.
funny for us to think that we're fuddy-duddies, but I have no problem saying Ram Your Mommy.
It's totally fine. Jeffrey
it's
here,
hilarious.
the Hall of Famer Jeffrey Nguyen says, that's why I love this podcast, though. Because of the name?
Just because of the name? He's like, I love the idea of condomless sex as a podcast. Yeah, I don't know. Weird guy, that Jeff. Dave Matushek here became a member now for 22 months. Says, can I say that, yeah, we're a free speech podcast, Larson. Says, can I say that Gabe Kidd is going places if he keeps getting 5 stars from Meltzer? Got one with Yoda Tsuji last night. I saw some conversation amongst some wrestling luminaries, Larson. Tommy Dreamer and Bubba Ray Dudley talking about how 5-star matches. Tommy Dreamer claims that Hulk Hogan had 5-star matches every night because the crowd was so excited to watch his matches. And Bubba Ray Dudley, also known as Bully Ray, said that 5-star matches don't pay the bills. They don't make money. And I'm like, didn't ECW have a couple of 5-star matches? They were well known for decent wrestling. And what happened to them?
They might have had a couple 5-star matches. Not a ton, though.
They had some good matches.
Yeah, they had some great matches.
It was ironic. It was all the luchadors. Like the luchadors would put on those really good matches.
But it wasn't like, they had dozens of them. It was a handful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know how much ECW Dave watched. But I don't know. I saw that conversation. Why are they all so salty at Dave Meltzer? He's just a dude with an opinion and a newsletter.
Yeah, I know.
This is what we need, though. You and I, over at the Friendo Club Wrestling channel, that's where we're trying to get our star ratings so that wrestling luminaries like Tommy Dreamer will talk about our star ratings.
So I'm looking at a list. It's obvious. I doubt this is exhaustive, but it's just a list on Reddit of 5.5+ star matches rated by Dave Meltzer and ECW, WCW to ECW, and there's only 3 matches in ECW that got 4.5 stars or more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, there.
Eddie versus Dean Malenko.
Makes sense.
2 Cold Scorpio and Sabu.
Okay.
And then Mysterio and Juventud Guerrera.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All of them in 1996. No, sorry, 2 of the 3 in 1996. The other one is 95.
Well, there you go. Therein lies the beef, I guess. Griga here with the super chat referencing my Wrestle Juice video from last night. Says,
yeah, is that the one that says the clickbait one?
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Oh, man, you got to watch the video, buddy. Wrestling News Now. They apparently have had their content ripped off, and they issued a video warning.
Interesting.
Telling people that they're going to sick their lawyers on people stealing their content. So I thought that maybe Wrestle Juice would be in trouble because, I've reacted to their stuff in the past. So, yeah, I might have to lawyer up, buddy.
I'm not that well versed in the situation, but something tells me you probably don't have much to worry about.
You're probably right. What the friendos have to worry about, though? Predictions challenge. Not only is Ram Your Mommy the current predictions champion, who will topple Ram Your Mommy is my question. Who's going to mount Ram Your Mommy? That's the new. That's not even. That doesn't even
Mount
work
the
in
challenge
the
is
context.
what you're trying to say.
He's
yes.
gonna mount the challenge to ram your mommy, and win the March predictions challenge. Less than 2 weeks before Elimination Chamber, which is the first of 2 events for the March predictions challenge.
Question.
Yes, Larson.
So in April, it's just Mania weekend, nothing else, right?
Just Mania weekend.
There's an AEW show, I believe, the first week in April. Should we
Don't
make that
give a fuck.
to finish? Should we make that a part of the March one?
Fuck them and their small rings, Larson.
Oh, don't get me started on that, man.
Sorry, dude. Oh man. What? No. Elimination Chamber and Revolution. This is why. This is the reason why. This is the thing that I like. When the predictions challenge stops in the middle of the month, then we can start promoting the new one.
All right.
Yeah. So that's what we got to do. So just Elimination Chamber Revolution. And then, which is an AEW pay-per-view. So we're adding that to the predictions challenge.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then, wait, what's the April AEW pay-per-view? Dynasty.
First weekend of April.
No. We gotta stick to WrestleMania. And then the NXT Stand and Deliver. And then WrestleMania Night 2.
All right.
That's what we do. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if you want to make some sort of bonus, maybe. You want to like a bonus challenge?
Yeah, we could talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I like the idea of the WrestleMania. And here's the thing about the WrestleMania challenge. The AEW Real World's Champion, CM Punk, his signature series bootleg title from Pakistan is on the line.
Gotta be clear.
Gotta be very careful with this.
It's very sharp.
It's very sharp.
You could shave with the edges on that crown there. It's so sharp.
I don't have a lot going on, so. But yeah, this probably work. So yeah, this is on the line in April for the WrestleMania Predictions Challenge. I'm whipping up a new hat some point soon for the March Predictions Championship.
There you go.
Someone
can win that title.
The Ram Your
Maybe
Mommy.
even Steve.
The Ram Your Title one is right here. This is going to be on Ram Your Mommy's head.
Yeah.
There you go.
Steve, I really want you to win the Mania Predictions Challenge so you can keep that title plus the official CM Punk title you already have.
Well, you know what, man? I want a lot of things in life, and that probably ain't going to happen. So that's okay, because I am not very good at predictions.
Hey, listen to me. I'll get you a little bit closer at least.
What did you do this time around?
You got finished 15th.
Okay. All right. Well,
above you.
Yeah. Again.
Won the last one.
Yeah. You're
Time
good at it.
before that, runner up.
Yeah, you're good at it. I'm not very good. I'm fine with that. I'm okay.
You're competitive, though. You're really competitive.
I'm too old to be competitive.
I know that's not true.
I'm too old.
I know that's not true at all. Not in the least.
Oh, man. In any event, there are 2 ways that you can join the Predictions Challenge. Clicking join right here, youtube.com/Stephen Larson, getting a channel membership. You also get access to our old bonus episodes, question threads for the show. Or go to patreon.com/Stephen Larson. Get the same thing there. Click on the Friendo Club setup. Again, old bonus episodes, question threads, and access to the Big Blue Predictions Challenge.
Correct.
So, yeah. In any event, let's go ahead and talk about Raw again.
Sure. After we had about an 8-minute detour there. Let's just jump into it. We talked about Sami and Kevin, their match being booked for Chamber. So Sami opens the show. Well, first, the show opens with a recap of what happened with Sami and Kevin.
Oh, do we? Hey, let me ask something. We just talked about
driver,
this.
what?
We just talked about this extensively. Do we need to rehash the
No, I wasn't gonna go through beat for beat.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
So Sami comes to the ring and he's like, "Hey, Kevin and I's careers have been intertwined. Has anybody's career been so intertwined as us?" He says, "You attacked me, you laid me out, you didn't finish the job. Not 100%. I got enough in the tank for a fight. I'll be in Toronto for Elimination Chamber." So Adam Pearce comes out. It's like, "What are you doing? I know you want this match. You asked me. You asked all this. We both said no. You're not cleared. No match for you. Match? No way." So that he turns to walk away, and Sami says, "Adam, how long have you known me? How long have you known Kevin and I? Long before any of us were in WWE. You know this time is different. I'm not taking no for an answer." And Pearce says, "I've known you for more than 20 years. And that's when he does the bit about, I know that you know I can't sanction this. So if Kevin wants to wrap a chair around your face, I can't stop him. That means he wants to drag you into the concourse and beat you up. I can't stop him. If he wants to hit you with pile drivers again and again and again, I can't stop him. No ref can enforce the rules. So he's pretty much saying, WB, we're not involved in this. We're not going to sanction this.
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
During this match, given that the ref has no role until it's time to count 3, I guess.
Or declare someone's given up, yeah.
Yeah. Should the ref just like sit down on a chair or something?
No, because they got to be like there at a moment's notice to count a pinfall.
Are they going to be like doing this stuff, standard ref stuff? Like
they shouldn't.
Right. I'm just saying.
Even
shouldn't this ref be a bit more chill now?
Even in like no DQ matches, they try to keep the participants from, in their estimation, going too far, but they can't enforce any rules to keep them from going too far. Like they're looking out for the safety of. You just want someone to be like, just stand in the corner. Pinfall happens, they count it. Otherwise, they're
ideally they'd be sitting here like this. They'd be with their peanut M&Ms, just sitting here like. Wow.
Yeah, but then the issue is if they have to jump down the mat to count a pinfall, those peanut M&Ms could just go flying everywhere.
Go everywhere, and then if it's me, my fat ass, I start like swimming on the mat, just like picking them up everywhere.
Would you pick them up, or would you just eat them off the mat without using your hands?
That one.
That way you can keep your hands free in case you need to count a pinfall.
Might need to count a pinfall.
Yeah. So, anyways, Sami comes out of the ring and walks up to Pierce and kind of repeats what he says. Hey, if I want to wrap a chair around Kevin's face, no one can stop me. So on and so forth. And he says, I know what that means. I want it. So give me the damn match. And Adam Pearce says, fine. Unsanctioned match at Elimination Chamber. You and Kevin Owens. It is not official. It's unsanctioned.
I like he subverted his own catchphrase. It is official with it is not official. Yeah.
It is.
Chamber qualifiers concluded last night with Seth Rollins beating Finn Balor in the main event. Prior to the main event, though, we had an interview backstage with Seth Rollins, who said, I got a few words. WrestleMania is 10 weeks away, but can't get there until I go through the chamber. And I can't get there without winning tonight. This is as big as it gets. Finn Balor needs this win, but I need it more. Au contraire, Seth. No, you don't. Finn Balor desperately needs something, man. God damn it, dude.
But Steve, if we're looking at this, honestly with ourselves, if Finn were to somehow win this qualifier match, he would be the first eliminated in the chamber match.
At least he would make it to the chamber. I know, man. I know. Listen, I'm realistic. The ship has sailed on Finn Balor a long time ago. I get that. But geez, man. Give the guy something. Give him something.
Wasn't there like rumors at the end of last year that Finn was in line for a push?
Yeah, who had that one?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Was that WrestleVotes? Was that Bob WrestleVotes? Who had that one?
I don't remember. I'll look that up.
What a bunch of bullshit that was. Boy, that's annoying. Anyways, Karrion Kross had a little thing that a lot of people are talking about. People are really starting to notice Karrion Kross's work these days, man.
Oh, he's great.
It
was WrestleVotes. As we approach the 10-year anniversary of Finn and WWE, sources tell us he solidified himself as a true locker room leader over the past year or so. In addition, we are told to expect a sustained singles push for Finn as we head into 2025.
I mean, was he just referring to Finn Balor's role in Judgment Day? Like, not the push thing, but the locker room leader thing? He's like watching TV. He's like, boy, this guy's a real locker room leader.
He's saying, you listen to Finn, you win, so...
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for that, WrestleVotes. He has a whole radio show. Have you ever listened to the WrestleVotes radio show? Do you know if he has a name on that show?
I don't know.
Because that'd be kind of weird. Because I think he's got like Bill Apter or something's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does Bill call him?
I don't know.
When they're talking.
I don't know. I've never listened to it.
If my account was like, what's another name for vote?
Well, I mean, if it was just, let's say that you're a wrestling news organization.
It's just Wrestle Juice, okay? But I've never said my name.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, you're Wrestle Juice. And I am Larson, and we're co-hosting a show.
Yeah.
How do I refer to you?
Juice.
I guess so.
Yeah, like the guy that used to be called Juice, he's not around anymore. For several layers of not around, So I can just take that, And then Yeah. Then I'll claim the name. I'll be like, nah, I'm the original Juice. And then you'll be, oh, I can call you OJ. Yeah. And he's like, hey, Steve, what's your favorite cartoon? The Simpsons.
So you're talking about this Karrion Kross interview.
Yeah, so he shows up and he's like, Sami Zayn, I know at some point you'll see this because we know you keep an eye on Seth Rollins. I'm just trying to understand this delirious mindset of your friends. Jey thinks he's beating Gunther, and Seth believes he's going to qualify. Then eliminate the Invisible Man, John Cena. Nah. You also think you're going to stand a chance at Kevin Owens? Those two guys have lost their minds, but Sami, you know deep down inside there's always time to turn things around. I miss when he used to say TikTok. It's sort of baked into his argument these days.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
Patrick Cheeseman says Ted. Is WrestleVote's name Ted?
Okay. Is it literally just the name Ted in chat with no context?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're looking at the comment.
Patrick Cheeseman just says the word Ted.
That's what I'm asking. It's just the name Ted with no context. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'd be amazing if it was just Ted WrestleVotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, as you mentioned, main event, Seth versus Finn Balor. Not a surprise here. Seth gets the win. It was a decent enough match.
Yeah, these guys got tremendous chemistry. Yeah. And when I say chemistry, I mean Seth Rollins always beats Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Not
the first time.
There was that little botchy pedigree bit where Finn Balor kicked out at like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And Jack Daddy Ref had to do the whole thing. Yeah. And then Seth Rollins gave him the most casual crotch chop. That was pretty funny stuff. Crowd was not into it.
No. So anyway, Seth ends up getting the win with a stomp. And then afterwards, Seth goes and apologizes to Jack Daddy Ref. And Finn's upset on the apron. That's how the show ends. As promised, Bianca and Naomi were on Raw last night to confront Liv and Raquel in advance of Roxanne Perez qualifying for the Elimination Chamber. Again, as expected, she beat Raquel. So to kick all that off, we see a replay of the segment from SmackDown. Thankfully, they cut out the bit where Aldis pressed the button to play the video and nothing happened. So then Liv and Raquel got an interview backstage with Kathy Kelly. Liv says, you saw the videos. Did you see us attack Jade? No. And you're talking pretty reckless. All we've done is elevate the competition. That continues when Raquel beats Roxanne. Roxanne may have the Rumble record, but in minutes, Raquel squashes her like a little bug. We don't have time for your theories, but if we did attack Jade, would we feel bad about it? Raquel says, no, not at all. It could happen to anyone who gets in our way like Roxanne. So then after that, we see a recap of Bayley in the All-Star game. Apparently, she didn't play that many minutes in the All-Star game. Which is
I know, nice. Very sad. Very sad.
And then we get a Roxanne Perez video package. She says, when I look in the mirror, I don't see a hero or a villain. I see a prodigy, the most decorated athlete in NXT history. Lists all her accolades. Says there are levels of this, and no one is on mine. That leads to a match between her and Raquel.
Hey, let me ask something. I like this because during the Bayley All-Star thing, Pat McAfee threw a little bit of shade because everybody's roasting the NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
Because it was terrible. I just had a thought, though, to make it better. Just do this. Get like, I don't know, 6 camera people, small production truck.
Sure.
Go to like a high school gym.
Yeah.
No crowd. Yeah. No commentary. Nobody in attendance except for the All-Star selections
so it's just
themselves.
Hoops.
They figure out the teams. Don't even do East versus West. You just, okay, who's captain? Well, LeBron's going to be one of the captains.
Yeah.
I don't know who the other captain would be, but they would just decide, and they would have the game.
Yeah.
I will guarantee you that game would be competitive.
Yeah.
Guarantee you.
Yeah.
But you put all this extra bullshit in, and they're like, what am I here for?
Yeah.
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 Do that.
They're overthinking this All-Star game too much.
Oh, by a lot. By a lot. And I say that as a huge NBA fan. I generally like what they do. I like this stupid tournament, mid-season tournament, or early season tournament.
Yeah, the mid-season tournament's great. That's competitive because guess what? They make a good chunk of money if they win it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You want the All-Star game to be competitive. Have the winning purse be a significant amount of money.
And put them in a gym, no people, just like a couple of high school, like timekeepers and whatnot.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, the refs that make $50 a game or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Roxanne gets the win. At one point, Bianca's music hits. Her and Naomi come to the ring, and they start attacking Liv. Throw her into the barricade. This distracts Raquel, allows Roxanne to hit a pop rocks to get the win. And then after the match, Liv almost gets a double KOD, but Raquel makes the save. And later on backstage, Naomi and Bianca are with Kathy Kelly. She asks if that was the revenge they had planned. And Naomi says, we're counting the days to find out what happened to Jade, and now we know what's up. They need to count their days too.
Jumping the gun on this. Jumping the gun on it. Especially because Naomi did it. The match was really good. The Roxanne versus Raquel match was really, really good. Yeah, that was cool. That Pop Rocks finisher on somebody as tall as Raquel was really cool shit. But yeah, and then next week it was announced that Naomi and Bianca putting those tag titles on line against Liv and Raquel. Is that where we're going to find out that it was Naomi?
Maybe. That's at least the second time Liv and Raquel have gotten a tag title shot, too.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more footage. Aldis comes to stage. Pierce is like, what are you doing here? He's like, I've got more footage. And he starts clicking his remote control. Yeah, mid-match. Mid-match.
Throws it up on the Tron.
Well, he tries to. He's like clicking the thing. It doesn't work.
Got the remote. He's on.
Meanwhile, ref is sitting there like this with his M&Ms. It's like, oh, I want to see what's going on the Tron.
Spills the M&M, starts eating them off the mat.
This whole episode is just an excuse for me to eat some M&Ms.
Yeah, I'll help you out there.
Lyric in the chat says, Naomi did not do it. Stop saying that. Listen, I've seen enough episodes of Matlock.
The new one or the reboot or the original?
I didn't watch no reboot. No, man. Give me Andy Griffith. You know what'd be cool? Is if they did that Matlock reboot, but Kathy Bates played her character from Misery.
That'd be
she gets the witness up on the stand, get the sledgehammer. Yeah, man.
Could be. No, all right.
Anyways, that's an old person joke because I don't think anybody under the age of like 40 has seen Misery.
Oh, I think you'd be surprised. I think some people are aware of it.
I don't. That show. It's not very. Or that movie's not really on the radar all that much, though, is it? Besides the sledgehammer scene every once in a while.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That scene was rough to watch.
It was.
So Gunther does Jay's entrance to goes through the crowd and come down to the ringside area, dropping a promo, and it's pretty darn good.
Yeah, this is great because he just roasts fans. It's awesome.
Yeah, so he starts up in the concourse and he says, I want to feel what the yeet is all about. So he does the entrance. He says, do it with me. I want to feel it. And he starts doing the yeet.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm smarter than all of you anyways. I can do it myself. Very simple gesture for very simple people. I guess Jay feels comfortable here because he's a simple guy himself. I don't blame you for not appreciating me. Me performing for you is like reading Shakespeare to a dog.
Yeah.
Will you there's this kid that's in front of him. He says, will you step aside, little man, before something happens?
He's about to chop the shit out of a little kid. It was great.
So the kid steps aside. He walks past and he says, "Is the best wrestler in this company. I'm sick and tired of getting in the ring with people who can't even lace my boots. I was hopeful I could talk sense into Jay. I was hopeful I could beat some sense into him. It was your fault. You gave him a false sense of confidence, and now he's digging his own grave. At WrestleMania, the match won't happen up here. It happens in that ring. When the bell rings, I outclass him in every aspect of this sport." So he looks over at Pat and then continues. After WrestleMania, Jey Uso's blood will be on your hands. But now, for once, be honest. Do you think Jey stands a chance to beat me at Mania? Be honest. You know what? None of you have a clue anyways. Let's ask a professional opinion. Or get a professional opinion. So he walks and stands on the announce table and stands over Cole and Pat. Mm-hmm. And he goes, Michael, Pat, your supposed unbiased professional opinion, do you think Jey Uso has a chance to beat me at Mania? You always run your mouth, Pat. Tell me. So he throws the mic at Pat.
Yeah, that's a heavy mic, too.
It is. Pat picks it up, and Mike Cole's like, be careful. And Pat says, do I think Jay can beat you at WrestleMania? One night only, anything could happen. Little yeet here, little yeet there. I hope he can beat you at WrestleMania, is what he says. And Gunther doesn't like that answer, so he takes off his jacket. Jay's music hits. They're trying to hold him back. He outmaneuvers, gets down to the ring. Brawl breaks out. Jey takes out security. Gunther with a sleeper, but Jey escapes that. Splashes Gunther. Gunther rolls out of the ring. Jay's yeeting all over the place. He stands tall.
I like this. I like this a lot. I thought it was a really strong segment. Pat McAfee being placed in the position with Michael Cole telling him, hey, you got to be careful here. You really got to be careful here. And Pat gumming up the courage to say, yeah, you know what? Little yeet here, little yeet there. I hope he could beat you.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. So later on, we have Jey backstage walking through Gorilla. New Day walks up. Wood says, hey, man, I know what you're going through. Tag team guy breaks out on his own. Kofi says, who knows better than me? Kofi Mania. Nobody thought I could do it, and I did it. And Wood says, in regards to your title match, though, we can't wait to see you lose. And Jey says, look, man, there'd have been no Kofi Mania if the Usos didn't forfeit. He says, oh, by the way, New Day sucks. And then we had Jey backstage with Kathy later. Says, I feel underestimated. They're doubting me. Jey can't beat him. I can't beat him. He says, they keep doubting me, but who's standing as Royal Rumble winner at WrestleMania? I'm going to shock the world again and beat Gunther, be World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to win this, right, Larson?
I kind of feel like he has to, yes. If he goes through all this and still comes up short, it's going to be massively deflating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Incredibly and massively deflating. So, yeah, it kind of feels like he has to win.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of New Day, they addressed their attack on Rey Mysterio last week, so they come to the ring after a replay of what happened. Wood says, get well soon, Rey. In reality, we want to talk to you all tonight. Kofi says, we get it. You don't like us, but give us a second. They're just getting booed. And so Kofi says, shut up, shut the hell up. You're so mad. You're mad about Big E. You're mad we told the truth and told him to keep his lazy ass at home. You're mad about Rey, the Hall of Famer that has done nothing but suck the career out of every third-rate luchador who comes here. That's who you want us to respect. You're insane. Oh, sorry, Wood says that. And then Kofi says, you put Rey on this pedestal. Why? He's a Hall of Famer. Why? Heart of Soul of WB. Why? Guess what? I have more title wins than Rey. I've been here longer than him, 19 years. The difference is that I never left. If anyone should be locker room leader, it's me, not him. Rey kicking us out of the locker room. It's audacious.
What a great word to use.
It is. So then Wood says that's what forced her hands and to take a steel chair to Rey's ankle. That's why we made him cry. He laid there crying, embarrassed, not one to show his face. Don't like us? So what? Matter of fact, it could have been worse for Rey. You should be thankful we showed him mercy. Be thankful we didn't take him out back and give him the old Yeller treatment.
Eeh.
We gave him extra vacation days. We did that for you. Thank God we did that. And then Woods says, you should all be on your knees, hands to the sky, screaming, thank you, New Day. And then LWO music hits. Dragon Lee has a mic and says, what you did to Rey, that's unforgivable. I'm sure you have he talks some in Spanish and says, I'm sure you have no idea what I'm talking, but I'll be specific. It's something you already know. New Day sucks. Brawl breaks out. New Day end up fleeing.
Probably going to get a match between those guys, and I imagine New Day is going to get the win there.
Yep.
We also had a match that was set up last week. AJ Styles in his return match took on Dom Mysterio. This is probably more. We had some stuff that preceded it. We had Judgment Day talking backstage. Liv and Dom. Dom warns her about Bianca. She's like, "Look, I want to talk about you. I'm impressed with you sticking up for Judgment Day, and I know you'll beat AJ Styles tonight and look so sexy doing it." Dom says, "Oh man, I just wish Finn saw it that way too." Well, not the sexy part. It would take the load off. We could add a new member, though. Another call for a new member, Larson.
He's really insistent on that.
Yeah, that means it's going to happen. Who's it going to be? Should be Damian Priest. He understands the Judgment Day system. He can come over.
Not a new member. It's a returning member.
Yeah, right. Well, new,
No,
new returning.
New. He's a founding member of Judgment Day.
A new or returning member, I think, is kind of what they're getting at here. Oh, here we go. Champion Loathing says Enzo the AEW Devil.
All right.
Two good options there. Two really good options.
Bada bing, bada boom, AEW Devil in the room.
Hey, Judgment Day, how you doing? Yeah. Gabe Kidd. Patrick Cheeseman says Gabe Kidd. I don't know. There's like a million people in NXT they can call up for this.
Yeah, I know.
Should be Von Wagner. So, anyways, Dom says, but when I say something about new member, Finn jumps down my throat. Finn walks up, says, did I hear my name? Liv said, yeah, we're just talking about a huge match with Seth. Can't wait to watch you win. He's like, I was thinking there's going to be 3 members of Judgment Day at Elimination Chamber. You, Liv, already qualified. Me, because I'll beat Seth. And Raquel, it'd be embarrassing if you lost to Roxanne Perez. And then Carlito tries to stand up for her, but she pushes him back down by the forehead. And then she says, or Finn says, tonight I'll handle my business, and you take care of yours, okay? And I'm sorry, Raquel says that, and Finn says, I'll handle my business, you handle yours, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, we get that match.
He punctuates it by saying, and no new members.
Yeah, no new members, which means we're going to get a new member. Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. Fun match, but it's kind of more noteworthy because it seems like we're getting AJ Styles Braun Breaker feud teased last week. Yep. Because AJ gets the win with a Styles Clash. And then Braun Breaker shows up. AJ sidesteps him as he tries to sort of sneak attack Styles with a spear, but instead absolutely murders Dom with it. Mm-hmm. AJ kind of kicks Braun out of the ring. Braun gets mad, rips off his dog shirt, throws it at AJ, and AJ just whoosh, catches it like he's in the Matrix. And then AJ he starts to go after the IC belt, which Braun had put in the corner of the ring. Braun has to run and go grab it from him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. With the Braun situation, I feel like they're just going to use AJ to get Braun like a really quality win.
Yeah.
And I don't see any other way that's going.
Yeah,
I don't think this is like AJ's going to win the Intercontinental Championship really quick and Braun gets it back. I don't think that's going to happen. He'll make Braun look like an asshole throughout the feud, and then Braun will win the feud.
Yeah. Yep. So then Ivy Nile and Dakota Kai had a match, and the winner would get an Intercontinental title shot. Before the match, though, we see a bit about Julius Creed joining Daniel Cormier's team on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
So then American Made is backstage. Talk about what happened last week, where the Creeds used the title belts to hit War Raiders in their tag title match. Ivy says, it was cool what happened, but you didn't win. We promised Gable we would have gold. And tonight I'd take care of Dakota. So then Dakota Kai walks in. Says, I know all the people want you to win the belt, but Ivy says to her, I know all the people want you to win that belt, but your Cinderella story ends here. So Dakota says, I've had so many try to take me down before, and they were so much tougher than you. I'm getting my rematch to see you in the ring. Dakota was right. She is going to get a rematch.
Were you surprised at this outcome?
Somewhat, because as Dakota mentioned, this is a rematch of the finals of the tournament. And are they going to have Lyra beat Dakota twice?
How much did you gasp when you saw that draping stomp?
Oh, that was something else.
That was outstanding. Oh my God, that was gnarly.
Yeah.
This was a cool match, but yeah, I was kind of surprised because they seem to be like kind of hyping up Ivy Nile a little bit. Mm-hmm. And, a natural heel versus face matchup I thought would probably be on the agenda, but it was a good win for Dakota Kai. That stomp was awesome. Hopefully Ivy Nile's okay. The ref was really like checking her to make sure she was all right, but she ended up taking the go to kick from Dakota Kai for Dakota Kai to pick up that win there. We had a really cool video package for Io Sky talking about her match at Raw after Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
They did like a cool thing where they had like an underwater camera filming her and her voiceover. She wasn't talking underwater. That'd be weird. She said, last year I was on top of the world as champion, but this year my path to Mania isn't as clear, which is why my match with Rhea is so important. Every time me and Rhea faced off in NXT, I beat her, and I know her better than herself, and I'm going to beat her again on the Raw after Elimination Chamber and win the title and punch my ticket to WrestleMania.
We had a really good match between Penta and Peter Dunne. Penta, not surprisingly, got the one. Ludwig Kaiser makes his presence known and actually distracts Pete Dunne here at the end. Pete Dunne's telling Kaiser to stay out of his business. Kaiser gets knocked off the apron. Penta throws Peter Dunne into him. Penta driver. Penta wins.
This is a really, really good match.
It was.
And, it seems like they're going to be doing some sort of mid-card Raw triple threat thing with Pete Dunne, Ludwig, and Penta. But hopefully this serves to elevate Dunne and Ludwig. I mean, Penta's going to come out on top of all this stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing.
the match will be really good. And when
Yeah.
the match is really good, you know, people take notice of that stuff. So, I mean, that's kind of all you can ask for at this point with Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser is that they get on TV and they have good matches. You know what I mean?
And get over because they're really good wrestlers. So then after the match, Ludwig attacks Penta. Peter Dunne pulls him out of the ring. They start brawling. Then Penta takes both of them out with a tope.
Yep. And then we also had a War Raiders promo. Talked about American Made. It says, this isn't the first time we were knocked down. Won't be the last time you boys made a mistake. This means war. It was filmed nicely.
Yeah.
They use nice cameras with nice lenses.
It's just a pretty standard War Raiders promo at this point.
Not a lot going on with them more. They should trade them to SmackDown. Because I feel like that whole tag situation, it's a better tag situation, you know?
It is, but I don't necessarily feel like they're going to, from a character perspective, do more with War Raiders.
No. But, you know, you just lump them all in there, and then I can go make my grilled cheese sandwich. And
no, you just want all the tag team stuff on the one show.
Just put it all in one place. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm joking. They need those tag teams on Raw.
They do.
All right. Well, would you like to answer some questions?
Let's answer some questions.
All right. Let's see here. Jabroni Town has not a question, but a statement. It says, Miro should return in NXT. There's no space for him on main roster at the moment. You know what? I say yay to that.
Yeah,
why not?
Especially because it seems like that's the clearest path for him to return to TV soon.
Mm-hmm.
If the idea is that Mania plans, I think Fightful reported this as it related to Ricky Starks coming to NXT. Mania plans are more or less locked in. Not a whole lot of wiggle room there, whereas in NXT there's more flexibility from the creative side of things. So they can bring someone in and get them worked into the programming right away.
I say Rusev yay, but Alistair nay. Alistair needs to be main roster guy, maybe new member of Judgment Day.
All right. Film critic from Poland here says, since wrestling on Netflix took over in Europe, I can finally watch weekly TV shows without monthly delays. I've become a frequent listener of your show. Thanks for the great work. The question, since there is such an amazing female roster on Raw and SmackDown and many massively talented potential call-ups in NXT, how many title changes would you book for mid-card titles in 2025 and who should hold them this year?
On average, once every 3 months.
90 to 100 day title range roughly.
Sure, why not? Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Mix it
So
up.
with that in mind, what odds do you give Dakota Kai of beating Lyra Valkyria when that match goes down?
0. None. Be a really good match.
It will be. Their first
Be a really good match. But Dakota Kai is kind of like, I think due to her injuries and stuff, she sort of bypassed championship stuff. Wait, didn't she win the tag titles? She had a tag title at some point. Dakota Kai did.
Yeah.
Now she's sort of like depth guy, you know? Gets good wins against people like Ivy Nile, and then goes on and loses the big ones. You know, good spot, though. It's a good spot. She's on TV on a regular basis.
Yeah.
She can wrestle like, oh, my gosh.
Oh, she's fantastic. She's a fantastic wrestler. Chadwick Hughes here says, what is the most new generation era gimmick currently on WWE main roster? If it was just WWE, I'd probably say Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But on main roster?
Probably Pretty Deadly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playwrights.
Yeah, that's one aspect of their gimmick, I suppose.
Playwrights that wrestle.
But they wrestled before they were trying to put on a musical.
Well, we don't know that they weren't working on that musical for years beforehand.
All right. Fair point.
You got any other names?
Maybe American Made.
Okay. Yeah, they got the Luger thing going.
Yeah.
W.S. Fletcher says, who took the video and who sent it? Naomi and Naomi. Because Naomi totally did it. Oh, no. Speaking of W.S. Fletcher, he's now become a member for 70 months. He says, I'm no longer in the 69 club. I'm disappointed. You should have stopped your membership while you had the 69.
Well, look at it this way. You're a member for the 69th month for the second time.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And the next month it'll be the third.
Okay. I like that. That's good. Let's see here. Lord Blake Whitehouse says, who would you rather be? I think... Oh, this is the fucking wrong thread.
Whoops.
I'm answering questions from the SmackDown review. Let's rectify that situation. View channel. All right, because like that looked familiar. Here we go. Oh my gosh, got a bunch of them here. Let's see here. Oh wow, DJ Fluffy says power rank your top 3 rivalries that have spanned 10 plus years.
Oh wow, 10 plus. That's tough. That's not a lot of them. I guess it's probably close to 10 years. If it's not 10 years, Okada Tanahashi.
There you go. Flair Sting.
Yeah,
that was probably 10 years.
Yeah, roughly. I'm guessing the inspiration for this question is Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, so you got to put that in there.
New Day Usos? I don't know if that's reached 10 years yet.
I don't know if that's reached 10
because they probably didn't feud in their first year.
Neat Kyle says Roman and Seth. That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I like that. Let's see here.
Assuming they come back around to another match, Punk Cena.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Assuming they come back to another match, Cena Del Rio.
I'll be kind of surprised if that happened.
Me too. Definitely. Me too. Oh, this is an easy one. Blue Monkey G says, if you were making a movie about a WWE wrestler's life, who would the wrestler be, and would it be their rise or fall? Somebody needs to make a movie about Bruno Sammartino.
Absolutely.
That would be so fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so damn good if done right.
Yeah. How about someone on the main roster currently? So if they did, how about this? If they did it, not like a biopic of a wrestler, but a movie based on a character on WWE currently, I'd love to see a Karrion Kross movie.
Oh wow, that's a good one. I like that.
Seems
that's
like
good.
Such a dynamic character, and he's really good at his role.
Yeah. Finn Balor, so we can figure out what was going on with the demon. Was he supernatural? Did he have some sort of powers? Was it just makeup?
I mean, it's that. I think he said that one
theatrics?
time. It's theatrics, and like when he adopts that persona, it makes him more intense or something. Even that never really played out in the ring.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really played out in the ring. Ram Your Mommy says, if Cena loses at Chamber, what would be the most interesting program for him at Mania?
Boy. Okay, well, let's work backwards. Would he win or lose at Mania, whatever this story is?
Win.
Cena's got to win.
He needs to win a match. Have him beat... Karrion
Kross, and you do the thing that they should have done with Bray, where Cena wins the match, but he's got to defy his own principles to do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's good. Andre Zimpel here asks, if Lesnar wasn't the one to end the streak, who do you think would have ended it? And who would you have liked to have ended it? Bray Wyatt. Bray should have been the one.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt, easily. Yeah. Let's see here. This is a good question. AJ says, if you could give one piece of advice to each of the GMs in WWE, what would you tell Pierce, Aldis, and Ava?
I'd tell Aldis to make sure you got like pretty fresh batteries in your remote controls.
That's a good one. A very recent one, but a very good one. Pierce, I'd say, you know what, man? Raw thrives when you are like in the bottle a lot. So embrace that. Ava, buddy, you got to beef up your men's division. I don't know what you're doing there, but you got to bring in Waller in Theory for matches with Obafemi. Come on now. Bring back Von Wagner is what I would say.
Josh M here says, do you think a cinematic promotion like Lucha Underground will ever be possible again? It would take... I wonder if Lucha Underground was on a more prominent cable network, if that would have helped.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. It's such a weird concept, but boy, there's nothing but love for that promotion.
Yeah.
In its aftermath, it's got a hell of a legacy.
Yeah.
As far as whether we'd be able to see it again, I don't know. It's such a weird niche thing. Jesse Helsius says, after this feud with Sami, do you think we'll see Kevin Owens bust out the package pile driver more regularly, or will we not see it again for years? I think he'll bust it out for like big moments and big feuds. And it's like, oh my God, big blow off matches. Oh my God, he's going to go for the package pile driver. But I don't think they're going to normalize it.
No. Toby Whittle here says, do you guys prefer Sami as a heel or a face? And will this be the last time him and Kevin Owens feud?
Heel. I like documentarian Sami Zayn.
And no, this will not be the last time.
Oh, let's see here.
Oh, wow. Great question from Nate Cruz. If you could pick from anyone from any era of any company, who would you have be the new member of Judgment Day? They keep teasing.
Any wrestler from any era, new member of Judgment Day. I would go with...
Does it have to be one?
My favorite member of any factional B team.
Is it Naked Midian?
No. Stevie Ray. Because when he was in NWO Hollywood,
yeah,
I loved it. It was great. So it'd be Stevie Ray.
House of Torture.
The entire House of Torture would be the new members of Judgment Day.
Yeah, that's why I like it. Does it have to be one?
I like that. Member. That's really good. Yeah, that's good. I like it. John and Alistair voice says, What would be the going in Raw wrestling attire when entering an unsanctioned match? I'm telling you, if I was a wrestler, it would be copy-paste Kevin Owens type attire. That's what it would be. Sleeveless shirts and basketball shorts. That's what it would be. Yeah. Sanctioned, unsanctioned, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. It's the basketball shorts.
Oh, I'm just trying to do something. Says Raven would be a killer member of Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And he tries to take it over. That'd be awesome.
Alex Foster says, is the name Tony Khan trademarked yet? Could that be Ricky Stark's NXT name?
Oh, wow. That sounds horrible.
That does.
That sounds awful. Yeah. That's all the questions I have over here.
All right. Timor here says, Gunther gave us a live critique of Jey Uso's entrance. What other wrestler's entrance would you like to see Gunther critique?
John Cena, when he comes out and he talks to the camera guy.
Stu,
and then he puts up the little towel, and then he does the salute, and then he runs to the ring. I'd like to see that. Or what was the homie's name who's on Fox News now? The Funkadactyl guy.
Oh yeah.
Funkasaurus, whatever his
name
is.
What about when Rey Mysterio had the little platform that he'd like they'd launch him up to the stage?
Yeah.
Have Gunther do that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Maggie says full glow dance. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Tyrus. What was his name? Brodus Clay? What was his name?
Yes.
Yeah, Brodus Clay.
Yeah, Brodus Clay.
Or the guy that he ripped off that music from. Come on, dude. The Cat, Ernest Miller.
Oh,
Ernest Miller was great. God, he was one of my favorites.
The Cat Miller was awesome.
Somebody call my mama.
Was a 3-time world karate champion?
I'm the 3-time world karate champion.
Yep. Astro Wolves here with the sub on Twitch. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. HBK Sexy Dance. That's a good one. Yeah.
All right. We'll end on this one from the Doomsta. Says, hello, gentlemen. Let's say you're both opening your own glizzy restaurants that name their hot dogs after wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
So we want some wrestler named hot dogs.
Yeah, man. The Jake Roberts. It's a big old, long one. They call it the snake.
There you go. Cameron Bortolazzo has a good one here. The HBK dog is hot dog, bacon, and ketchup.
That's really good. How about this? The Triple H. This is 3 hot dogs plain.
There you go. There you go. Jammed into one bun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's that. There you go. Got the Gunther. It's just a brat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Iron Elmer's is the big dog, Roman Reigns.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm. The Batista. Oh God. All right, that's gonna do it, everybody. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Tomorrow, what we got? Hot takes tomorrow.
Yeah, hot takes.
And then on Thursday, we've got our big AEW NXT Super Show. Little change in programming because we had an episode on Monday. We're going to start doing our countouts on Mondays. And so countout, instead of being on Friday morning, is now going to be the following Monday.
Yep.
Friday is going to be the domain alone of SmackDown. So there you go. And there it is. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you around.